All right.
All right.
What's good, everybody? Welcome to episode 12 of the Corner Section Podcast. This is your co-host, Dylan Kemp.
It's your boy, DeErik Reed, known as Sage, like the herb, whatever the fuck y'all call me. You already know what time it is by now.
Hell yeah.
If you don't know, you know.
Hell yeah.
Corner Section, episode 12. We fell off schedule.
Like shit. like hell, actually. We fell off schedule. We recording. We tired, so you either going to get the tired, not talking Dylan, or you going to get a fuck you Dylan. And I haven't had that great of a morning either. So.
Oh, shit. Hey, I understand that. I understand that, bro. Shit, as soon as we finish recording this episode, I am throwing on my work clothes and going back into work after a 60-hour week last week.
Jeez, man.
I feel like I am working nursing hours.
Our nursing
shout
hours.
out to any professional nurses that do that. I'm not that.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to Christmas time, though. I guess all y'all motherfuckers are going last minute shop, as always.
Oh, yeah.
And
I haven't even started shopping.
I haven't either. I decided I'm giving motherfuckers cash.
I'm starting after my birthday. I'm starting after my fucking birthday.
12 days, also.
When's my birthday?
No, 13.
Yeah,
13.
the 17th. Yeah, it's the 4th. Yeah, I got 13 days
Yeah.
for my birthday.
13 days. 13 days. How you feeling?
Man, I'm feeling all right. We're going to Vegas. Got a room.
Oh, this man up.
Yeah, we're going to Vegas. Got a room. My friends are coming out, so it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. I'm only gonna be there for maybe 2, maybe 3 days. I don't know, but
That's still decent enough.
Yeah, Vegas. Like if you've never been to Vegas and you're like, oh man, I want to go to Vegas for the whole week. No, don't go to fucking Vegas for the whole week. Do not
Pockets
do
will
that
be
shit.
depleted.
Pockets will be dry. Because in Vegas, once you get off the strip, Vegas looks like bombed out and depleted. Once you leave that strip, it's depressing.
Yeah.
And you can only stay on the strip for so long before you start to go stir crazy. Like
fucking cabin fever.
Right, cabin fever. Before you get fucking cabin fever. Like, this shit is ridiculous. Like, nah. The only time I ever wanted to stay in Vegas longer than 3 days was during COVID. Me and my family went, and I just wanted to stay because the room had a fucking air conditioning. Yeah, we didn't have air conditioning at the time. It was hot as fuck. Summer 2020 was hot as fuck.
Yeah, your dad caught COVID that time, didn't he?
No, he caught COVID this year. This year.
2020. I'm getting my years mixed up, bro.
Yeah, he got COVID
so
this
crazy.
year after we got back from Vegas. He got caught. Yeah, we went for 4th of July weekend. But
I'm trying to think of a good little segue, because it has been a minute.
Yeah, it's been a long time.
And there's a lot of shit that we have to get into because a lot of time has passed.
Right.
And
some of these we don't have to talk about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do want to put it out there. Black Panther did come out in between the time that we've recorded episodes.
Yeah.
You all know why I didn't get to watch it the first time. If you did listen to episode 11, if not, go back because that shit was funny.
No, for real.
That was my one stand-up audition.
Nigga, I edited that shit. This shit was like 40 minutes long.
I was like, God damn. What a comedy special. That's some real comedy special shit to make one story 40 minutes long.
That's some Dave Chappelle shit. Chappelle will drag a joke on for 45 minutes, but within the joke there will be about 5 or 6 of the jokes within it.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I wasn't doing that, sadly. That was one long joke with no breaks. So my trial failed. The pilot episode failed for my comedy special. But I did see Black Panther, and it does get a 4.5 out of 5. I don't know what I gave it last time I talked about it, but 4.5 out of 5 after I sat with it a little bit.
I saw it.
My opinions.
I actually saw it again last night. I saw Black Panther again last night, and it was still really good. It was still really good.
Burn them. Let them die.
Wait, who said that?
How you think Wakanda got to sharing their resources in the first place?
Wait, who said that again?
That nigga Michael B.
Oh, this sound like some shit he would say.
Oh, what was it? This is a bad segue, but a good segue. Michael B. Jordan, right? Not the world's best actor. Just gonna be honest.
I don't think
world's best actor. He's not the worst.
I don't think he gets good scripts. Like he gets like nobody writes his lines that great. Like
Yeah.
Like Killmonger is like it's a cool character, but they just make they teeter that line between seriousness and corniness. Like he's definitely be on that corny side.
Oh,
and they
definitely.
write his shit corny. They don't write his shit good. They don't write him as a good villain.
Yeah, that's very true. And because of that, I always think about of course, I'm getting messages about work. Okay. Really and truly, I was listening to Heroes and Villains.
Yeah.
And the first track comes on, and I'm in the car with about 4 other motherfuckers. We're all listening at the same time.
Yeah.
I said, damn, why does this sound like a civil rights movie introduction music? And why does it sound like it's starring Michael B. Jordan? Hey, yo.
Yeah, I was kind of thrown off by the beginning because I was like, I know Metro didn't produce this fucking beginning. He might have done some of the drums, but this is John Legend. John Legend got the old civil rights singing voice. Don't get me wrong, I fuck with John Legend's music, but
I liked his first album when Ye produced it, but all the other ones I could take or leave, to be honest. But yeah, he sounded like a straight up civil rights. All it needed was a common verse.
Oh man, that would have set it off the fucking top. Nigga would have had to have MLK clips in the music video.
That had MLK sitting right next to Baby.
They probably would have done. They probably would have done like some evolution of black civil rights, civil rights people, and then somehow would have got to fucking 21 Savage.
It would have been MLK, Malcolm X. It would have been Tupac and Biggie next.
Right.
Fuck around. It would have. Who else would have been on there that would have been fucking hilarious? Michael Jackson. Then Lil Baby.
Yeah, yeah.
Just because of the documentary.
You know that documentary. You know that song. What was the song you put out around the protest?
Oh yeah.
That shit really solidified him as a civil rights activist.
Y'all are fucking sick. Also, real talk though. I guess the most relevant piece of news that's happened since we've last recorded is that Metro did drop Heroes and Villains.
Yeah.
What do you give it? What's your rating?
I've only listened to it about 1.5 times. On first listen, I didn't really hear any skips. There was just one song, and this is a critique that we've both shared about Metro, his sampling, because there is that second to last song I think with Takeoff. What was it called? I had to turn it off just because I hated the vocal. I just hated the sample chop. But that was the only.
I actually enjoyed that track the most.
Really?
That's funny enough.
Really?
Funny enough, and I think Takeoff slid. Yeah.
I need to I'm gonna re-listen to it, but I didn't really care for the vocal. I didn't really care for the vocal chop at the first time I listened to it. But other than that, I thought it was a pretty solid album.
I think it's a very solid project.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty solid. The production was dope. I fucking loved the Homelander sample from. Do you watch The Boys?
I don't watch The Boys. Man, it's so funny because I was watching somebody talk about The Boys today.
Yeah, The Boys is The Boys is actually one of the best shows I've seen in a long time. And he used that Homelander sample. He put the villain sounding fucking violins in the back. That shit was dope as fuck. Yeah. That shit.
I think it was a well crafted album.
I mean, the horns, not the violins.
Yeah.
But nah, Metro put his foot in this shit. Metro put his whole fucking foot in this shit. I have no complaints. Yeah,
I will say it was really good. And that also gives me a good little segue because I got 2 things I want to bring up. Mm-hmm. 2 and 1. Because, back pre-cancel Kanye, or within the cancel period, I guess I should say, within the cancel fucking period, he said that the 808 is the lowest vibration
on like the chakra scale or something.
It taps into the lowest chakra.
Yeah.
Right? And speaking of fucking low vibrations, we missed the Thanksgiving episode.
Oh, man. Nah. We gonna get on some of you niggas, man. We gonna get on some of you niggas, man, with them plates.
Yeah, them no vibrational plates.
Some of y'all ain't had no business putting your plates on anything. Y'all should have kept y'all. Some of y'all should have kept y'all places to yourself. I'm not even gonna fucking lie, man.
Niggas said we could have we could have ruined the ecosystem by we could have saved the ecosystem a fucking couple styrofoam plates.
Nah, for real. Some of y'all, I can tell how old some of y'all grandmas is based on y'all plates, man.
No, I can tell how young some of y'all grandmas is the way these plates are looking.
Yeah,
real shit.
Cause
we're losing recipes. What that is,
man, nigga, we losing everything. I saw one nigga play, man. I saw some mac and cheese. I didn't know if it was mac and cheese or chitlins.
Ooh, no, not the chitterlings, bro.
Yeah.
Granted, I also had a no vibrational plate, not by choice. I thought I was going to my aunt-in-law's for Thanksgiving. Turns out we were going to a restaurant. I wish I had known that beforehand, because I would have got me a plate somewhere else, or I would have went and found me and secured me a bag,
right?
A little doggy plate. No vibrations on my plate on Thanksgiving. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, damn. I went to a Get Out themed restaurant.
Damn.
Just an old white lady in an old slave house. Is black folks in like tuxedo shirts and black pants, walking around in aprons, just cleaning up behind people and just cooking in the kitchen and like smoking outside on the balcony. I was like, Jesus Christ. Damn. Even with all those black people cooking, you could tell it was a white people's recipe book, if that makes any sense.
Yeah.
They had okra and black eyed peas. They candied the yams with slices of apples. Do you understand what I'm saying?
I think I've had that before, actually.
I would never touch that in my life.
But I prefer just the yams. Just the yams, yeah.
Nigga, I can't dig around that. You grabbing some yams and you thinking there's some shit in your plate. All of a sudden, it's an apple slice. I can't do it. I can't do it, bro. I'm telling you the truth. I cannot touch it. So I sat there. I maybe ate like 2 slices of turkey, a little bit of some fucking chuck roast or whatever, beef roast beef, whatever y'all niggas like to call it nowadays. And I'm sitting there like, this is making me upset. I'm upset. I am very upset. But you want to know one thing I did not do?
What?
Post my sorry ass plate on Instagram.
Right.
I'm not getting cooked for no vibrational plate.
If you know you had a sorry plate, you should have just kept that to yourself. Don't
to yourself.
Right. Don't be out here thinking that your sorry plate is actually a good plate, because you know if your plate is sorry or not.
Yeah. This is inadmissible. If you brought this in front of the homies and they took a bite, what would they say in real life?
Right.
In real life. If you saw somebody fold the fucking plate up and put it in the trash at your Thanksgiving dinner, it was a no vibrational plate. Yeah. It was a no vibrational plate. It had no vibrations whatsoever, and I'm going to pray for y'all next year. Yeah. Christmas is coming up soon. Let's pray some of y'all get a nice meal. My best friend said I think they do like a Christmas meal. I might slide over for a doggy plate as well. Mm-hmm. With that in mind, we don't have to, but we're going to bring up the cancel nigga again. The fucking epitome of cancel culture. The only nigga that said he's above cancel culture and got canceled so bad Adidas canceled his bank accounts.
Wait. I know that happened.
Yeah.
They still lining up to buy his clothes.
Yeah.
He had all that Balenciaga that he bought.
That he sold for $15 or something.
He's selling for $20 now. They're still lining up to buy that shit with Ye 24 on it.
Of course. Now, this nigga is so fucking
went on an
crazy.
Anti-Semitic and Nazi-loving tirade. Not just a tirade. He somehow made Alex Jones look normal.
Bro, the motherfucker put a Star of David with fucking Nazi symbolism in the middle. Like,
talking about love all.
What are you doing?
Fam, they need.
Yeah.
They really need to 5150 him. I'm not even kidding.
What is a 5150? I don't even know.
It's like where they basically put you in a mental hospital.
Ooh, shit.
They need to help. They need to help.
Yeah, because to be honest, bro, like,
help
every week that we've let this nigga go unchecked, there's just been worse shit that came out.
Right.
Like when we were originally supposed to do this episode, it was just about Ye going like, haha, look at me, this is what I'm hitting, this is what I'm hitting, this is what I'm hitting.
Yeah.
To random workers, which is still bad. Like, let me make that very clear. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not condoning that at all. But that's just one level of stupidity. Now we're just kind of like letting that shit. Like, then it went to like, now he's paying $200,000 a fucking month in child support, which I don't think that's necessarily unfair. Don't he have like 5 kids?
He has 5 kids, but they have joint custody. And she makes more money than him. He lost $1 billion.
Not at the time.
He lost $1.5 billion in a day.
Like, yeah, they're like, now he can go back to court now.
Yeah.
He can go back to court now, but like I imagine at the time, like, nigga, his taxes that he filed with, he was a billionaire.
Yeah, well shit.
And to be honest, paying $5,000 a month for each kid, or really $4,000 a month for each kid, is not that much to ask from a Kanye West figure.
That's $40,000 a month.
40,000, 4,000.
Because it's $200K.
You know.
40K times 5.
I forgot a zero.
Now, if Kanye only had to pay $20,000 a month, that'd be different.
But even then, like $40,000 a month per child, like now this is a lot of money. Because like after 5 months, you spend $1 million, and $1 million to a used to be billionaire is a lot of money.
Yeah.
This is why you got to go back to court. But I don't even think he's going to be allowed within the U.S. court system the way that he's acting. The only way that he might get out of paying child support might be to get 5150, to be honest.
He needs to figure out. That's probably why he's asking Kim to come back now. Because at first it wasn't. But that nigga with the $200K a month. Damn, I be trying to get back with my baby mama too. Shit.
No, that shit is actually fucking ridiculous.
Nigga lost $1 billion in a day.
Overnight. Imagine, once again, this is the same nigga that said, imagine being a thousandaire. You go to McDonald's and now you're no longer a thousandaire. You're one cheeseburger away from not being a thousandaire.
Yeah.
To being the nigga that can't even use his Apple Pay.
I wonder where his Apple Pay. I wonder what he tried to buy with his Apple Pay that got declined. Like, was that nigga at McDonald's?
I hope it wasn't McDonald's.
It probably was McDonald's. Honestly, that's the only place I use Apple Pay damn near.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I use Apple Pay everywhere, bro. I'm not even gonna lie. If a place don't even accept Apple Pay, I just turn around.
That shit happened to me once. I was at the fucking grocery store. Them niggas didn't take Apple Pay, and I didn't. And I lost my debit card.
Yeah, you gotta fuck around in like Kroger Pay, Walmart Pay.
Yeah,
they don't like paying Apple like 6% fees and all that shit. So they go ahead and make their own wireless services and shit. I add my card info to those for some reason. Mm-hmm. I just pray I don't get fucking hacked. I just got like 7 different emails for each account. That just be like fucking playing a fucking risky game. But overall,
man,
I would say to pray for Kanye. I don't know if he's past the point of no return. It sucks to see somebody you saw as an icon just actively lose their career, their notability, and their fucking, even just their fucking, I don't want to say relevancy, but kind of like, in a sense, it's kind of like losing their credibility might be the best term. Yeah. Just losing their credibility in real time. Like, Jesus Christ.
Like, it's crazy to think that, like, the same Kanye that made College Dropout and who was saying George Bush doesn't care about black people is the one going on these like far right wing shows now and just like saying a bunch of crazy shit. Like I saw some tweets. Somebody was like, he's making what he said in 2018 for like a cakewalk. Like, because it was like right after he said that, he put out an album, then he kind of went silent. But now it's just like every week, it's just Kanye somehow he tops the crazy shit that he said before.
Yeah. Someone said, like, the best ending was Kanye continuing to make great music, producing great content, and just doing that. And performing great shows.
Right. Because usually it would lead to something. Like, he would say some crazy shit, and then he'd drop, like, a great album or something. But now it's just like he just says crazy shit.
I don't know if that's even true.
When did he really start saying crazy shit, though? When did he really start?
The first thing was Life of Pablo.
Yeah, where he said he would have voted for Trump. Yeah, but yeah, after that he did. There was a slump.
Exactly.
With
Like
Ye
I can't confidently say that every time since Life of Pablo.
But the
Kanye
sneakers were cool though. The sneakers were dope though. That's the thing.
See, I wasn't even a fan. All that aside,
the
right?
sneakers were cool.
The good ending was Ye continues to fucking do all that shit. Cool. The decent ending was Kanye stays in his Jesus is King era, gets out of his depression, and continues to make gospel music for the rest of his life, and becomes a recluse. Like that's still a decent ass ending. Like you know what I mean? I might not be perfectly happy with it, or I might be like, damn, bro, I really miss the old Ye. But still, there's nothing wrong with just deciding to do your own thing. Now we're in the fucking apocalyptic era. Like, nigga, we're in the fucking dark timeline. Like, the darkest of dark timelines. And the fucking artist formerly known as Kanye West is just no longer existent, to be honest.
I don't know.
And that's not a bad thing. Like, you know, people are allowed to reinvent themselves. But as people reinvent themselves, we're allowed to just be like, yeah, this shit is not it.
You want to reinvent yourself better. This nigga's not.
That is the genuine goal. But you know, some people just don't have good definitions of better. I'm just gonna be honest.
Some people think it's
Yeah, some niggas think it's better to not fucking bathe every day. Yeah, okay. Yeah, you can try that. Yeah, you can try that. Just stay over there though. Just stay over there, though. I can smell you from a mile away, brother. I can smell you from a mile away, brother. And speaking of, like, you know, just new things that need to be better. Blade.
Yeah.
If somebody had told me the motherfucker that made Lovecraft Country made, was it Runaways? You remember that show with Journey Smollett?
Runaways.
And the nigga from what was that show? It was like a heist show with a white guy that started, and there was a black guy in there too.
Every time we fucking record, somebody calls us up.
You know what's so funny? I didn't even hear the phone ring.
Really?
Usually I do. I'm gonna be honest. Yeah, I don't hear.
Maybe
you're better than what you think.
Maybe my gain isn't all the way up, but
yeah, it might just be that, or you know, the quality sounds different when it's blah blah blah, whatever.
Yeah. But the new Blade, I'm glad they going back to the drawing board. Very glad they're going back to the drawing board on it, because it was kind of scary.
A great.
Yeah, with a really good director. He was the executive producer of Lovecraft, directed the first episode. Yeah, I'm actually
if you
excited
remember
for it
the first episode, that was a really fucking great episode.
Yeah, it left a lot of questions. Niggas didn't know what was going on, but
that sold me.
Yeah,
that sold me on the show.
Yeah.
Now I know Jonathan Majors gonna make it into the episode. Into the movie. I hope not, but
wait, how is he gonna make it in if he plays Kang?
Nigga, there is no just one Kang.
Oh, right.
At the end of the day, there is not one Kang. That motherfucker could be in everything and still be the main villain on another one, because we're not looking at the Kang we're actually going to fight. Which I think is fire as fuck. That's a really good idea for a villain.
Yeah. I saw a tweet earlier. They were saying how Marvel is going back to the drawing board on phases 5 and 6 because of the criticism of phase 4.
Phase 4.
Yeah.
I think they should. I think they oversaturated their own market. If that makes any sense.
Yeah, for real.
None of the shows by themselves are like inherently trash. Like, I really went back and watched it and said, like, these aren't the worst TV shows I've ever seen. Like, we live in a world where, like, the CW verse exists.
Yeah, for real.
So, and we're talking like past season 2 Green Arrow CW verse.
Yeah. Because
that was damn near the last time that shit was. That season 2 of Green Arrow was fire.
I never got into the CW show. Well, there's actually only one CW show I watched. That's All American. But like, I never got into the CW Marvel, not Marvel, DC shows.
DC. Nah, you gotta watch at least season 1 and 2 of fucking Green Arrow.
Okay.
That shit was good. That was when there was no universe established. It was just Green Arrow.
Okay.
So, you know, you get a different type of feel when people aren't trying to make massive amounts of money. Either way it goes, the shows on Marvel's Phase 4 weren't bad inherently. But, like, that literally went from Scarlet Witch all the way up to Black Panther 2.
Yeah.
Well, not Scarlet Witch, but fucking WandaVision. All the way to what we're watching today in 2022. And, like, within those 2 years, it's been, like, 17 projects.
It's been a fucking lot. Let me see.
Last time I checked, it was, like, 17 projects in Phase 4.
That's a lot of fucking projects.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
Like, think about that.
Because
WandaVision,
like,
that is oversaturated.
Came out, what, 2020?
Damn near, like, yeah. Let's see.
And even Thor said he's not going to come back unless they change his character, which, yeah.
All right, so there was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 movies. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 TV shows.
What 8
and
TV
2
shows did they
television
have?
specials. Nigga, WandaVision, Falcon and the Winter Soldier, Loki Season 1, What If, Hawkeye, Moon Knight, Miss Marvel, She-Hulk.
Jesus.
You see what I mean? Like, that is oversaturating the fucking
crazy.
market.
That's crazy.
I didn't even get... Go ahead.
Nah, it almost feels like they it feels like they were like on a time constraint and was like, okay, we have to put out, we have to get right into like King the Conqueror and the and whatever the fuck is going on, like
it was
in
like
the next
Disney
couple years, and right after
Disney
Endgame.
had bought Marvel. It's like Disney bought Marvel and like COVID happened and they were like, let's take a break because we don't know how long this will last. And then that break got a little too long. And they were like, we're not seeing a return on this fucking investment on this Marvel Studios. And like Kevin Feige was like, look, give me 2 years. Give me 2 years and 20 projects.
2 years and 20 projects is ridiculous.
You know what I mean? Because like some shit just got canceled and delayed.
Right.
If I'm not mistaken, like a lot of shit just got delayed. I think Blade was supposed to be a Phase 4 project. I think.
I think Blade was supposed to come out.
You know what I mean?
Next year, actually. It's not coming out until 2024 now, I think.
Exactly. Like, there were a lot of shits that just infinitely got, like, delayed. And it was like, how about 17?
Instead of 20.
You know what I mean?
That's still too fucking many.
That's too fucking many, bro. Like, and it was, like, certain things were really good for the universe. Like, setting up Kang and Loki was good.
Yeah.
Falcon and the Winter Soldier was really good for setting up like future Avengers movies.
Yeah.
Shit like that. Like there were certain ones that actually established good shit. Like WandaVision and the tie-in to the Multiverse of Madness. Good shit. But God, if y'all just slowed the fuck
17
down.
projects is a lot. Like
a lot.
I know them niggas over at Marvel. They hiring anybody at this point.
Them CG artists said like, bro, we don't sleep. Literally. That's why like some of this shit just looks like a fucking 2000s video game.
Right.
These motherfuckers are literally up at 5 a.m. having to do last minute reworks of shit because Kevin Feige didn't like the way that episode looked last week.
Fair. It's like at some point somebody had to have asked like, is this fucking necessary? Like, do we need this much content out? Like,
nigga, I'm burnt out.
Like
I'm sure folks quit.
Yeah.
I'm sure folks quit.
It's like when we were putting out episodes like 2-3 times a week.
Yeah.
A few weeks ago.
Jesus Christ.
And content every day. I'm like, God damn.
Oversaturation is a real fucking thing.
Yeah.
I can get the fear of undersaturation too, because like Warner Brothers literally, I think they released like 10 projects this whole year. Warner Brothers, not DC. Warner Brothers as a whole.
Put out? As a studio, if you only put out 10
because at the end it was just Black Adam and one other movie that Warner Brothers did, and that was like it.
Warner Brothers. Let me see what movie.
But yeah, either way it went, it was just like, you know, you can undersaturate and you can oversaturate a fucking whole genre of movies, especially when you're the people that make those movies. Like the Marvel movie, the superhero movie was definitely revolutionized by what they did with Kevin Feige and team.
Yeah.
So when you control that whole genre, you don't have to fucking overdo it. Especially when you see other people trying to use your whole system and they're failing. With like 3 or 4 projects. Like Jesus Christ, they couldn't get Zack Snyder to fucking get a franchise up and running for shit. Maybe because that nigga wanted to make sagas in one movie. But that goes to show you also, directors are everything to making a good movie. Yeah. And your movie franchise will fucking depend on who makes your movies.
For real, for real.
Bringing that back to fucking Blade. Marshala Ali is a great actor. But he needs a good-ass script and a good-ass director.
Good fucking director, man.
Because, nigga, Luke Cage season 1?
That was some good shit.
Mr. Stokes?
That was some good shit.
Everybody wants to be king.
And he's an Academy Award winning actor too. Like, you're not just gonna put no bull. Blade can't be the equivalent to what Catwoman was.
Jesus.
Like
and even then,
Halle Berry is an Academy Award winning actress, and you can't.
Sometimes though, that's also time though, because like people I've heard like come back around on that Catwoman movie and be like, "Nah, that joint was actually decent." People have gone back and enjoyed that one, but overall the concept stands. I'm being honest, we kind of have this whole thing about shit that sucks when it first comes out, and then like 5 years later, somebody's like, "That was a fucking classic." Like, you want to know a movie that I hated when it came out?
What?
Dredd.
Oh, Judge Dredd? Yeah.
2012. Bro, hated it. You know how many people talk about that movie? Like, they want to see a sequel actively?
Yeah. First time I saw it, I actually liked it. I liked it.
See? But that, I mean, it just goes to show you, bro, opinions change and waver.
Yeah.
Because you might look back on it today and be like, damn, this shit was cornier than Miss Marvel. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's just certain shit just doesn't work.
Yeah.
And I would rather not have to do a does this stand the test of time moment with Blade. Especially when we've already seen Blade before in action.
Yeah.
So we like already have some kind of preconceived notion on what we're about to walk into. And that was such a period piece in and of itself.
What, the first Blade?
You could argue that Marshall Ali doesn't want the Wesley Snipes treatment.
How would you?
Especially with them Blade movies, because like they were so artistically different.
Yeah.
That some people just didn't like them. Like, it got the same treatment as a Catwoman. I mean, you could say that they're all in the same vein. Like the Halle Berry treatment, the Wesley Snipes treatment. Even though I don't know, Blade to me got a cult following way better than Catwoman did.
Yeah.
Like, there are people that swear by watching Blade till this day.
Nigga, Blade is dope. I still be watching Blade whenever that shit come out. Like, come back on Hulu or whatever shit. But
see, every time I see it, I think like, damn, this is 90s, 2000s as fuck. Like the whole first scene with that sprinkler with blood.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, this shit screams like, and I die for you.
Yeah, it's very emo. It's extremely emo.
Like, it's a period piece,
yeah.
Bro.
I hope they don't. I hope Blade. I hope it's not emo, because then it's gonna feel just corny. But I hope they take some I hope they take some ideas from the Batman and Batman was kind of like based on Seven a little bit. So, but I hope it goes more of that vein. Like, if you're gonna go Blade in today's cinematic landscape,
make him a detective.
Like, yeah, you have to make him. You can't make him corny like that. You got to actually make it dark. You got to actually make it dark.
Yeah. We've already had a conversation on whether or not Marvel will actually ever do that and actually push themselves past the line of making family-friendly content.
Well, it sounds like the actors don't want to do family-friendly shit. Chris Hemsworth said he's not going to play Thor again unless he gets a rebrand.
That's partially because, like, number one, Love and Thunder was whack.
Whack as fuck.
And it wasn't even like it was a whack movie. It was more like a good movie that just ended on such a mediocre note.
There was just some shit
Like,
in that movie that was just stupid. Like them fucking, what were they, goats that were just screaming?
yeah, yeah.
There was
But
just
that's what's heady for you. Like, when you hire somebody like what's heady for a film, like, what do you expect? The nigga played Hitler himself.
I didn't know that. What do you play Hitler in?
Jojo Rabbit.
Oh, never saw it.
Yeah, Jojo Rabbit is a movie based on a book about this kid who's like in Nazi Germany and like imagines that like Hitler talks to him and has conversations and like he meets this Jewish girl, blah, blah, blah. I don't care. But the point is that like, nigga just does off the wall shit. When you really look at Thor: Love and Thunder, it looks like an episode of He-Man that like was drawn out for 3 hours, which isn't like a bad concept for a movie. Like, you know, sometimes they have to be kind of corny and make fun of themselves. But this nigga just already knows that like he's got 2 markers for Alzheimer's on both sides of his family. I wouldn't go back to no corny shit either, bruh.
Nah,
I would treat every film like it was my last one.
he needs that. I really wish they brought back Infinity War Thor.
And they won't.
I really wish so. That was like the best Thor.
To me, I felt like I liked Thor 3 Thor. You know, Thor Ragnarok Thor was fun.
Oh, that was Thor. That was Thor 3. I forgot Dark World came out. I thought it was just the first one, then Ragnarok. I forgot Dark World came out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it wasn't bad. It wasn't bad at all, but...
What, Ragnarok?
Ragnarok or Love and Thunder, but...
I thought Ragnarok
it just was
good.
like... Ragnarok was good, and then Love and Thunder was just one note. One note as fuck.
Yeah.
Great moments, though. Like, Russell Crowe was really good.
Oh, I forgot he was in there. He plays Zeus.
Yeah.
He plays Zeus.
I'm telling you, right? It's a better movie than
Christian,
like people give it
Christian
credit
Bale was in the fucking... Christian Bale I thought was great. Christian Bale was great in fucking everything. Christian Bale might be my favorite actor, I'm not gonna lie. Or one of them. Top 3.
Yeah. It's actually funny looking back, because if you go back to his interviews when he was doing The Dark Knight, like that whole saga, right?
Yeah.
You know, he's British. He was talking with an American accent, making fun of other British people and like changing his accent to match that. And then going back to the American accent because he was talking with an American accent so much in those movies.
Fail.
I think that's so fucking weird. Like, Christian Bale is like a real deal method actor. Like, once he gets into the mode of acting, he's there. I don't think it turns off for him. I don't.
I remember when he did this GQ interview recently. He was talking, and I forgot the nigga was British too. And
right.
He was talking about American Psycho, and he was like, it was an actual. He was like, it was.
It was an actual riveting experience.
And he was like, and it was a critique of capitalism in the 80s. Like, I was like, wait, this nigga's British as fuck.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah. But
hold the fucking phone. And it was actually very weird because what you didn't peep and what you peep it looking back is he was doing interviews in the 2010s in an American accent.
I never watched his interviews.
If you had grown up watching the Dark Knight movies, you saw a Christian Bale interview at least once.
Yeah, yeah.
Whether you remember it or not. The whole point is, though, is that when you heard him speak, it was with an American accent. Mm-hmm. You just would not think that. If you had seen American Psycho and then just saw The Dark Knight or Batman Begins, you would think he has an American accent.
Yeah.
I think that's so cool as fuck. But back to bring it to Chris Hemsworth, like, I would treat every movie like it's my last. To that same point, did you see where Bruce Willis gave the AI rights to his likeness?
Mm-mm. He gave that the artificial intelligence rights of his likeness to a company
to be able to use in film. So you know how like after Carrie Fisher died, and there were like scenes in the movies where they like recreated her digitally. Yeah. Because, you know, Bruce Willis is getting to the point where he can't speak and comprehend words.
Yeah.
So, yeah, he recently just gave away his rights to make more money for his kids, I guess.
Okay.
And make more movies.
Bruce Willis is up there too. Bruce Willis is.
I think he's like in his 60s.
I think he's older than 60s. He's born or he's 67. But I saw a picture of him. He looked a lot older though.
Yeah, bro. You know how I'm not gonna say that. You already knew what I was going to say.
Yeah, I knew what you was fucking say.
Yeah. All right. But speaking of fucking Marvel movies and all this other shit, Tarantino and Scorcese again. The only two white people's film opinions that we look for in this current age, apparently. Because we got the Emancipation director got the original fucking photo of a black man whipped until there are scars on his back, and he has the original photo carrying it at the film premiere of Emancipation.
Wait, was it the director or was it the producer? Because Antoine Fuqua,
producer, writer, whatever.
It was somebody had it who was.
Regardless, somebody intrinsically tied to that fucking movie.
Yeah.
Like, the movie would not exist without that motherfucker. So, in this world of whatever the fuck cinema is or is not, do you think that Tarantino and Scorsese are valid in what they say about the film industry and how it's changed because of Marvel?
I think to some extent, I think they're right. Like, I think because honestly, I don't remember the last time I went to go see a movie that wasn't a superhero movie. But at the same time, superhero movies are pretty much holding up the entire movie industry right now, because it's not like a Scorsese or Tarantino film is going to keep a studio open, especially a Scorsese film. I think Tarantino actually makes more money on his films than Scorsese does.
I think the only reason is that it's cheaper to make a Tarantino film.
Yeah, because I think
like you just need good cameras.
Like, wasn't what was that movie, The Irishman? Didn't they spend like $100 million doing de-aging on the actors because they didn't want to get a young nigga to play Robert De Niro?
That nigga, Marty. You know I'm old, man. You know I'm old, Marty. I don't care if you're fucking 90 years old. We'll find a fucking way. We'll find a fucking way. I just know that's how that conversation went. Because those are two New York motherfuckers that are just like, all they needed was Denzel to be like, oh, I can't accept that. I cannot accept that.
Oh, man.
I don't accept that.
That's just funny.
I don't know. Somebody had a fucking clip of that movie playing. Like,
what movie was that?
Oh my God, what is the name of that? I am not going to bury my son. My son is going to bury me. Fuck, what is the name of that movie?
Was that John Q? John Q, yeah.
Yep.
John Q.
John, he needs a heart. Take my heart. What? Fucking Eddie Griffin. Hey, man.
I low-key miss that
Eddie Griffin being in that movie is hilariously.
I low-key miss when they would have drama movies in the early 2000s. Just put a random ass comedian in that shit. They used to do that all the time.
Killing yourself ain't gonna solve no problems, man. It's not gonna do you no good. Motherfucker Eddie Griffin.
But no, back on Scorsese and Tarantino, like yeah, I think to some extent they're right. Like sometimes to some extent, like you see some comic book movies. I think that some of them they really put the time and effort into. I think some of them the performances are actually really good. Everything is just good about it. Then you have some that just aren't. But I mean, like movies in general, like sure, an A24 movie might get some people in the theaters, but like a lot of people don't go to movies unless it's go see a superhero movie or a franchise film.
But I just kind of feel like we used to say the same thing about action movies and franchise films. Like franchise films are made to sell.
Yeah.
Like they are made to sell. And we've always probably had the critique of like, oh, the cinema has changed. Dog, y'all would make a film franchise out of anything. And I'm sure if Scorcese could have found a way to make The Irishman 3 movies, he would have.
The thing is, Scorsese just won't get out of the mob, the idea of the mob. Like, it's hard to make a franchise about the mob when the mob fucking ended. Like, the mob is...
And there's already one great established mob franchise that every other mob franchise is based on.
Right. The fucking Godfather, like...
like, you can't do that again.
Right.
Who did The Godfather?
Francis Ford Coppola.
Wow. You knew that really quickly.
Fam, you know how many TikTokers I've seen talk about the fucking Godfather? Like...
That's what I'm saying. Like, after a certain point, you can only do so much with a mob movie.
Was it Francis Ford? Let me see.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
I just looked it up. Yeah. You ain't got to question yourself, brother. You knew. Scorsese, brother.
I'm like, look, just
here we go.
Like, don't know, and look, and the thing is, Scorsese, it's like, fam, you have like one of the greatest legacies.
Yeah.
You know, nigga made The Departed. Like, I didn't realize how good The Departed was. I had never seen The Departed. I think I saw it in like 2020 or last year. I'd never seen it. But I was like, man, why do white people keep on talking about this movie? I saw that shit, and I understand why white people be talking about that movie. That was a good ass movie.
What was it? That Taxi Driver people still talk about?
Taxi Driver.
There would be no Joker without Taxi Driver.
Right.
Which I think is cool. But both Scorsese, both Tarantino can give no excuses as to why their latest movies were flops.
Was Once Upon a Time in Hollywood
Can't blame Marvel.
A flop?
Yes, it was a fucking flop.
That movie was
and till this day, Tarantino still says it's his best film.
Yeah,
which is fucking sick.
Somebody said that's like when Kendrick said "Damn" was his best album. Let me see some. How much of that movie?
Speaking of, bruh. Speaking of Damn. Speaking of that shit. SOS. SZA.
Next week.
I
saw her on SNL last night. I was like, SZA up
SZA's
there.
In her BBL era.
SZA up there. SZA top 2, not 2.
You want to know what's so crazy though? She's dropping. Soul is dropping.
Mm-hmm.
Kendrick has dropped. And all 3 of these albums, I'm assuming, are super introspective.
Mm-hmm.
What the fuck is Top Dog doing? Like,
I
heard a little snippet. I heard a little snippet of the SZA joint, right? Because she got a little teaser video of the album.
Yeah.
That shit sounded like Kendrick wrote that shit. All jokes aside.
Mm-hmm.
I got too many problems, too many places, too many illustrations, too many... It sounded like a straight up Kendrick verse with SZA already having a hook down.
Mm-hmm.
And it was really weird. I was like, what? Why is everybody doing this now?
Mm-hmm.
Like, that damn near, the SOS shit damn near looks like the Melodic Blue cover.
That's what I was thinking. Apparently,
all of his...
Apparently, it was based on a picture that Princess Diana took like a week before her death. What the fuck? Yeah, look like here. I'm not showing my screen actually.
Jesus. We have a weird fascination with the dead. That's like somebody taking like it's almost like what the fuck was the name of that album? Daytona, where they
where they took Whitney Houston's bathroom. You know what I did not know they were making a Whitney Houston doc until when I saw Nigga Cat 2 last night.
Yeah. Yeah, that biopic. And
here, let me
wanna dance with somebody.
I'm gonna share my screen real quick. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yep.
That's crazy.
And yeah, one of the final photos, Princess Diana of her new album cover, 6 days before her death. Damn.
Jesus. She looks sad as fuck too.
Yeah, but that's what I was thinking. Like when I first saw it, I I didn't think it was ripping off the Melodic Blue,
No.
but it looked a lot like Melodic Blue.
It just kind of, same vein of artwork. I wouldn't be surprised if it was the same photographer. You know what I mean? Like, either way, it's not a bad album cover. Let me be very clear.
No, not at all.
But yeah,
and the album is going to sound amazing. Like,
I'm sure it is.
Nigga, she
actually
sounded like amazing on SNL last night. Like,
I said this. Somebody I know, my professor, he was like, I don't really rock with R&B for real. And I was like, how could you say that? And then I look back on my actual like listening habits. Mm-hmm. I'm not the biggest R&B fan either.
I'm not either.
And I was like, if I don't like this album, I don't think that makes it a bad album. Mm-hmm. I think maybe it just shows my taste and how they've changed. Cause like I wasn't a huge fan of Control. Like it's a solid album, but like, let's get into it. Every time that I started talking to a shorty post Control, every time they've been in my car, every time they turn on the aux, leave me alone for prettier women. It kind of got like to a point where I was like, damn, I'm kind of tired of hearing this album. Like, you know how many times I've heard Supermodel?
Yeah.
God damn.
I listened to Control a few months after it came out. Like I take it back because I think it came out. It came out after Kendrick, so I didn't really listen to it until like December. And I haven't really picked the album up again, but Faith listens to it, and don't get me wrong, it's a real. I think it's a good album. I hope I can see. I hope in this new album I can see why the 5-year break, almost 6-year break. Like
you won't.
Damn.
I'm letting you know that now. Everything that was supposed to drop by COVID-19 would have already dropped by now.
Yeah.
Real shit. Because people were in between checks. I think that's what people don't really understand either. It's like a lot of this shit that like we were going to hear is out the window. Like this is completely new content now. We're in that point to where people have heard their shit that they made during quarantine, either loved that shit or they hated that shit. Yeah. I said the same thing about Smino's album, completely changing like release dates and the whole album changing and like him going single and all those changes, blah, 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 whatever. We are past the point of hearing what we were going to hear 2 years ago.
Okay.
And that's not to say anything bad, but it's just kind of like nowadays we're kind of like, okay, this is post-COVID. Where do I stand? Even like somebody like Kalani dropping like the While We Wait EP. That stuff is more COVID sessions, or Where Do We Go From, or whatever the name of the album was, where she peeking over the fucking thing, whatever. Kendrick shit was not his COVID shit.
I wonder what Kendrick's album sounded like before COVID.
I've been sending you like little leaks.
Yeah.
That they've been getting off his hard drive. It wasn't bad.
Broke phone.
It definitely was. Dog, I still
rich nigga.
That shit. Rich nigga. Broke phone.
Trying to keep the balance.
Trying to keep the balance. I'm staying strong. Stop playing with me.
Before you turn to his home.
Like, that shit is hard as fuck. I do not care what nobody tells me, bro. Attractive. Like, once again, this is the finger gun. Bitch, I'm attractive. Handsome ass ugly, nigga. Attractive. Like, fuck who's hot. Ho! Like that. Even just like the rock themes. Like, because I sent you another leak. I don't know if you remember hearing it. I've heard all of it. I've heard like the Only You with him and Andre 3000 that was supposed to be on I Know Nego and like all this shit, bro. I be on the leaks.
Yeah.
All right, nigga, they gonna call me the ATL leaker soon.
ATL leakers.
But nah, with that in mind, like it's kind of like I don't know if we would have enjoyed what we were gonna get in the lockdown. I think hearing some of the shit we would have got during COVID-19 times, we would have heard that shit and got more depressed.
Yeah.
To be honest, like the music that they were making back then was so depressing. I hope that what we hear in SOS is gonna be smooth. I think the only nigga that's about to drop COVID tracks is probably Absol.
When's the last time Absol dropped
And even
an album?
then, 6 years.
What the fuck?
Do what thou wilt.
And we've talked about this before, but fail. Why does TDE be like?
Yeah, let's just all take a 6-year hiatus.
What's the point? What's the point?
Yeah, I heard the one single that Schoolboy dropped this year, Soccer Day.
Yeah, Soccer Day, yeah.
I sat back. I think Schoolboy has probably dropped more projects than anybody on Top Dog.
Let me see. Let me look.
When did Crash Talk come out?
2019.
Exactly. Because before that, he had did Blank Face LP.
They came out 2017?
2016. Jesus fucking Christ. What? And then there was Oxymoron. Came out in 2014.
2014,
Then there
2016,
was
2019.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Habits and Contradictions that came out in 2012. That's what I'm saying. Like, he consistently dropped. I'm much more surprised that we haven't gotten a Schoolboy project than anybody else.
I think he's just focused. I think because he golfs now. Like he's always golfed. But
and his golf game is decent.
Yeah.
Nah. He just picked it up around the time of Crash Talk, like 2017, 18.
Yeah. Hold up 1 second. Somebody tried calling me. Oh, good. My shit didn't turn off. Here, 1 sec.
Nah, you good. I might have to get off soon, cause I gotta get my ass changed and go to work. What the fuck?
Yeah, this gonna be a short episode.
Which is fine, bro. Any episode is better than no episode.
Right. We just need to get, and we have a couple clips too.
Yeah.
I don't really want to talk about Stephen A. Smith.
I'm not talking about no Stephen A. Smith, and I'm not talking about no Chris Brown. I will let that be on record. DeErik Reed, like the herb, no name Sage, don't want to talk about no Chris Brown, and he don't want to talk about no Stephen A. Smith. We're too busy losing recipes. We lose a recipe.
Fail. We
like Jesus Christ.
That shit, man. We not even at an hour. Actually, we had 57 minutes.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's actually fucking crazy.
There was some shit. I forgot what I wanted to bring up that wasn't on here.
See, that shit with them breaks. That's the shit with the breaks, bro. It'd be so much to talk about that it'd be nothing to talk about at all at the same time.
I forgot
it's like,
what
damn.
I wanted to bring up. And it was something recent, too.
Oh, shit. Do I have to look through our messages?
Maybe look through Twitter. Maybe that'll jog my memory a little bit. Let me see.
Yeah. Oh, Keke fucking Palmer is pregnant, bro.
Oh,
Punched
yeah.
the air.
Hey.
Big fucking time. Punched the air.
Big
fucking time. I can't even get past the punching of the air to say congratulations, nigga. I still haven't, in my head, said, wow, that's good for Keke Palmer. I've been like, wow.
Wait, this might be the first.
It just been stuck at the wow.
This might be the first bleep of the episode when I was watching SNL, because she hosted SNL. I didn't even notice the bump. I was like, found out she's pregnant.
Hey, what that nigga John Witherspoon said? Look like them didn't need to be sucked on.
Nah, for real though. I was like, damn, she look good.
Need to be sucked on. I said, my God. And then same time, it's someone else that I used to know back in high school. Mm-hmm. I saw her on her story. I might have to bleep this out a little bit, but it's nothing bad. But I looked on her story. She was like going to work or something. I was like, this shawty look pregnant. Lo and behold, I opened my timeline yesterday. For all of my friends who kept the secret. I was like, yep, sound about right.
Yeah.
Sound about right, and just put my phone down. Like, I was like, I've had enough pregnancy news for today.
Will you punch the air on that one?
I don't want to say I was punching the air. Congratulations to her. She's not unattractive either, like anything like that. Beautiful, beautiful woman, but just in the sense of like, I never really saw her that way. But It was like I just saw her on the story when they just posted like this. You know, just a selfie, and I was like, nah, she pregnant.
I remember what I wanted to bring up. This is probably the biggest loss for Kanye. This is bigger than Adidas. Mike Dean.
Go ahead.
Has cut ties with Kanye.
You want me to be honest?
All right.
I pray that this gets Ye to go back into his actual studio mode. I think Ye has gotten lazy over the years and just collaborated his ass off to where he barely even makes his beats.
You know how? For one, I don't. He actually doesn't make beats. You know that the song "Hear Me Clearly."
Yeah,
I met the producer for that song, but Kanye put himself as a producer,
and
he showed me the beat. It's actually a longer beat. It's a longer beat, but they only took
the one section that Ye liked.
Yeah, in the beginning, but yeah, but yeah, Mike Dean cut ties with Ye. I'm like, and Mike Dean is integral on a Ye album, like nigga,
post My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. Yeah,
and he's been working with Kanye for a minute, but you didn't start really hearing that Mike Dean sound till
that's what I'm saying.
Till Dark Fantasy and that fucking
really and truly good music. Cruel Summer. That was the most Mike Dean'd out album I've ever heard. And you want to know who else was really in that album? Cool. And their career blew up on the quietest of scales?
Who?
James Fauntleroy. He's all through good good music, Cruel Summer.
Yeah.
And like next thing you know, he's on Kendrick's album for Mortal Man. Then he's on Damn. Like, he's on a lot of shit.
Yeah.
Like, James Fauntleroy is slept on, bruh. But he got that beginning, like, doing shit with, what are the dollar you murder for? In that
that was him?
Fighting
Okay.
for your soul. Oh, your brother's the one that you're running from. But if you got money, fuck it, cause I want some. Oh, that shit was so hard. Like, that's hard as fuck. And James Fauntleroy slept the fuck on. But you know what? He has no albums. He is strictly a feature artist. I have never seen a strictly feature artist like that. Like, all across the years.
Yeah.
Featuring James Fauntleroy. I'm like, wow. I never thought somebody could, like, make a career like that.
Well, shit.
I don't even think he has any intentions of dropping an album.
I wonder how much. I wonder if Ty Dolla $ign makes more money off of features or his actual albums.
Yes, easily more money off of features, especially if he's getting songwriting credits and royalties.
Oh, hell yeah.
Easily more money.
Hell yeah.
What the fuck? Tooted and booted.
Took it to the club.
Nigga, what?
Said what's up. To the crib.
That's literally the beginning of Ty Dolla's like
Tooted and booted. That was the beginning of YG's career too. Wait, no. What came first? I'm good or Tooted and booted. Let me see.
I think they're probably on the same mixtape.
Let me see. I should know this. My LA-ness is being questioned right now. I'm good.
Is it Tooted and Booted?
Tooted and Booted. I'm Good came out 2013. Tooted. Okay, Tooted and Booted came out
2010.
Because Tooted and Booted came out when I was in middle school.
Yep. I met him in the club. That's when niggas is still doing that in the West Coast.
Right.
You know what I'm talking
about? Niggas now is all footwork. It's all footwork now.
Yeah.
Man.
Like, I wonder that's why that Rich Spirit video kind of slapped, because like he bring all that shit
right, because
like,
he knew
finger guns and all that shit.
Because he knew that you could crip walk to this shit. But
this a LA ass song, like frat brother, real nigga, that brother.
I wonder who revolutionized the crip walk, because if you look at the old crip walk versus the new crip walk, it's a lot. The old one is like, you have a few moves, but this new one, niggas be dancing around the whole fucking, like, you need a 10 foot diameter around you to crip walk now. I don't know.
Yeah, but I mean, I think that's just kind of just goes with dancing culture.
Yeah.
Like, the dancing circle has always existed. Like, dancing within, like, it's like, niggas are dancing, then it's just like, either one or two motherfuckers start really going in, and everybody's like, like, it's just like we all know it's circle time, right?
Speaking of crip walking, speaking of crips, I forgot I wanted to bring this up. I don't know if you want to talk
I
about
already knew what the fuck you finna bring up.
Blueface and Chrisean. Yo,
literally, Blueface.
Yeah.
How do you feel?
Man.
Domestic violence is not a joke.
It's not. It's not. It's really
first
not.
and foremost. On either side, we don't know the details of what the fuck be going on behind closed doors. But I'm going to let y'all know right now. It's looking a little bad as to who my bets are as to the aggressor.
Wait, you said what?
I'm just going to be honest. It's getting a little iffy out here when it comes to me defining who the aggressor is in the situation. Because, you know, at first it was all like, I'm doing this for Blueface. I'm doing this for Blueface.
Yeah.
And I turn around and I'm not going to let you leave.
Wait, what?
That fucking, I'm not going to let you leave shit. You know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. And then the whole like, yeah, I'm not feeling it. I'm not feeling this Chrisean and Blueface.
We need to start a GoFundMe for Blueface because, I mean, like he ain't had a hit in a while. So I know he ain't bringing in that much money. And
he's not bringing in any money.
He's not. Yeah, and he got that attempted murder charge he's trying to beat. Yeah. We need to start the free Blueface GoFundMe.
No, we need to get the Blueface route to Cuba secured. Like for real.
He need to dip off like Shakur, who?
Like every Shakur, like every fucking Shakur, Asada,
yeah. Tupac. Tupac is somewhere in Cuba.
Probably with his auntie, for real.
But yeah, man, I don't. Yeah, the Blueface and Chrisean shit, man. You saw she was on fucking what was that name? Cat Sanat or something. Kai Sanat. Yeah, and she threw the.
You know he's in Atlanta.
Really?
Yeah, and his dad is a little person.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, I did not know that.
All that shit I learned from that one day of him live streaming that one interaction. Cause like, bro, that shit was just weird as fuck.
She threw a chair through his wall.
Through his dad's wall. That's his dad's crib.
Oh, he's still living in his. Oh shit. Yeah. I don't know how my parents would feel if I tried to bring like Blueface and Chrisean up in here.
Immediately when they go into the bathroom, right? The dad walks in. He like, Dad, I'm gonna be honest. I don't even know if they fucking in the. I don't know if that's really his dad or if this is like a bit. Because it could also be a bit. Just knowing how all of this goes.
Yeah,
right?
or how the Twitch niggas do shit.
You know what I'm saying? Like, some of this shit just a stage for drama's sake. Like, the timing was too immaculate.
Yeah.
But, like, Dad, I don't even know if they trying to, like, get active in the bathroom or nothing, bro. They just said they'd be back. He said, who's they? Didn't I just tell you about inviting folks to my house? Hold it.
All right,
my boy.
It's been good as usual.
Signing off for the corner section, episode 12. See episode 13 when the fuck that shit come out. Hopefully not 3 weeks from now.
It definitely won't, because we got a social media manager we got to pay regardless.
Yeah, like, nigga, I got my receipt, brother. Yeah.
Shout out to Maya.
Shout out to Maya.
Yeah.
Once again, bro, it's a shot every time you hear shout out to Maya.
Yeah.
Damn near it's a shot game just hearing the shout outs in this show.
Wait, you said it's damn near a what?
A drinking game just hearing all the shout outs we make on this show.
Yeah.
The only thing that would be a worse drinking game is the amount of bleeps we have in the show.
Especially that last episode, fam. I bleeped the fuck out of that episode. But nah.
There was still like, I was like, oh shit. There was actually a moment, right, where I said Fat's real name, right?
Yeah.
But you bleeped it out. Rightfully so, because I don't want to put her name out there or whatever. But it sounded like I was like, "Bitch, quit playing." I did not do that for anybody that saw episode 11. That's the bleep made it sound worse than what it is. But I just said her government name and I didn't want to put her business out there. So, but it did sound kind of turned because it was like,
What? Like it really sounded like I really stepped out of character and called out a name.
Fair.
But nah, it ain't nothing like that. I ain't one of them.
When we do a red tape episode, man. Yeah.
Even if I had said the B word just like I just did, it didn't get bleeped. Like you'll know the difference if I had said it like that. I'm pretty sure. I just don't like putting people's governments out there. You don't know what people want to do with their lives.
Right.
But my ass got to get dressed.
All right.
And do bullshit. So yeah.
Hell yeah. All right. This is Dylan Kemp signing off.
It's your boy DeErik signing off to clock in.